Welcome to Advocates for Justice Legal School. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors, and today I'm here to talk about why foreclosure attorneys will not help you. And any foreclosure attorneys who would like to come onto my live stream I have every Saturday night and dispute what I'm saying, give me a call or shoot me an email, and we'll set it up. We can do it right on Zoom. So let's just get started. The number one reason why attorneys won't help you for real in foreclosure is because their buddies down the street are their attorneys that are foreclosing on your property. And the attorney will get a cut of what their buddies down the street steal from you to throw you under the bus in the end. This is Don't Trust Foreclosure Attorneys 101. Welcome to my classroom, where you learn how to punch attorneys in the face with their own fraud that they're doing. So that's the main reason why attorneys will not help you in foreclosure. They're going to get a cut of what they steal from you in addition to what they get from you for the fake. Now, that's just start. Let's take it a step further. The bar members are the ones that structured the conventional foreclosure program that they want you to travel on while they're trying to take your property. So I'm thinking if I structured a conventional program for people to travel on while I'm stealing their stuff, I'm going to make sure they're not kicking my ass when they get to the end of the line. And that's what they have set up. Now, stop and think about this. Most people don't understand that the state is actually the party foreclosing on your property. It's not the lender. It's the state and the attorney who signed to start the foreclosure process again. The attorney is the only person that signed the notice of default letter or the complaint that's filed against you. So who's coming after your property for real? It's the state. I'm going to stick with that, and I'll explain to you why in a couple of minutes. It's the state. It's the attorney that actually signed to start all of this stuff, and of course the judge that signed on to rule on your property without an injured party. Now, here's the problem. The judge has conflict of interest. Yeah, the judge has conflict of interest because the state is the one that's paying the judge to help the state steal your property. And why do I keep saying the state? Well, listen up, guys, because I'm going to tell you right. The state is the one that's in control of your property deed. State committed real estate deed fraud to get control of your property deed. And that real estate deed fraud was, I'm going to keep it simple for you. You're not going to have to do a whole lot of homework here, okay? You can see there ain't nobody in class today, okay? I'm giving it away free on the table. The state is the one that's doing the foreclosure. The state is the one that committed real estate deed fraud to get control of your property deed. And what is real estate deed fraud? Well, it's simple. Real estate deed fraud is when the state doesn't follow property transfer steps. So when the state doesn't follow those, it's a real estate deed fraud. So when the state registered your deed in their office, instead of following the state law and delivering it to you as mandated by the statute, they committed real estate deed fraud. Now, that real estate deed fraud is what allowed the first illegal lien to be put against your property. The first illegal lien that was put against your property was the mortgage lien. I'm not going to make you go look it up. It was the mortgage lien. And I'll tell you why it was illegal. Just think about this, okay? I like to keep it simple. If there were several people who owned property, before the lien could be taken out, all of the owners would have to be present, right? To sign the lien. So the fact that the alleged lender accepted your signature on the mortgage, on the alleged mortgage lien, proves that you own the property already. When you keep it simple, there's no room to argue. So the question is this, and I'm just going to ask it because I have attorneys get mad and they say I'm lying and I'm saying So I'm just going to ask the question and let you guys figure it out. If your deed was not registered in their office, would the alleged lender be able to prove that there was a lien against your property? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know because I'm not that smart. I'm not as smart as an attorney. But you know what? Back in the day, your lien, you got your lien notarized and you kept it in your Bible or in your safe or wherever if you had a safe. And no one could get on your property unless they had some a document that was notarized and signed prior to yours. So that was simple. But after some point in time, I think when they switched over to reserve notes or something, I don't know. At some point in time, it got twisted up. And now everything has to be registered in their office for you to have clear title and for you to blah, 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 and all of this stuff. And once your property is registered in their office, that allows anybody access to your property and your property information. And I'm giving it to you free here today, so make sure you guys click those ads so I can get paid for this free help, excuse me. Coaching, free coaching. The attorneys are the ones that structured the conventional program for you to follow while they're taking your stuff. And so what we have learned how to do here is create our non-conventional program. And I'm just going to keep it simple with you, okay? Because I'm not trying to play here. I'm going to keep it simple with you. The non-conventional program, the non-conventional legal strategy, legal program that we do, the main thing that we do to make this is we add the parties who signed to your lawsuit, to your 42 U.S.C. 1983 Civil Rights Offensive Foreclosure lawsuit. We add the parties who signed to start the foreclosure. We add the party who signed to rule in the foreclosure without injury party, because the judge doesn't have jurisdiction to be signing on to nothing. And we add the state. We add the state right to it, because the state is the one that's stealing your property. Now, here's the kicker. Are you sitting down? There's no law that says you have to put your deed in their office. There's no law that says you have to do that. There's no law. If there is, I'm pretty sure some attorneys would have thrown it up in my face right now. Because they do not like my challenge property tax lawsuit packet. That's posted on my website at winincourtnow.com. Winincourtnow.com, that's where the fire is. Now, here's the thing, though. If you're already in court and you got one of my lawsuit packages, then you don't need to be worried about the property tax thing, because you're going to use the fire you got right now to get control of your property deed. That's going to be what you, and not only get control of your property deed, I would have them deliver it as mandated in the state law. As a matter of fact, I would just tell the judge, Judge, you're here to uphold the state laws, right? Yes, I am. Well, or the federal judge is here to uphold state law as well. Yes, and so I'm going to request that you order these fools to deliver my deed to my house as mandated in the state statute, and have the statute ready, cite it to them. Statute 911, 25, 24, or whatever. Okay, now we don't use the statute for shit, but we do use it against them, because they're the ones that are supposed to follow it, not us. The reality of it is they're supposed to follow it to keep it fair for us. That's why that shit was set up. But somewhere along the line, it got twisted up a little bit. So that's how that rolls. So there's no law that says you have to put your shit in their office. So you should be able to formally request it and have them. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to make sure they remove all of your property information from their database. And this process is a great way to challenge your fake mortgage that you're paying before you default. I'm just saying, he who controls the property deed is the one running the show. And right now, they fake your ass out to get your deed in their office. Now you guys know why you shouldn't pay foreclosure attorneys to help you. It's a waste of your time. You have to do it yourself. Either do it yourself or find some crazy coach like Coach Neighbor who used to box to help you get in the ring with these fools and get this under control. You guys can reach me at my website at winincourtnow.com or just click on the link down below. I'll leave a link to the actual lawsuit package, the most popular one that I have on my website. And I'm also going to leave a link to my website where you can go and take a look at other stuff, because we don't just stick to this is a big classroom. We got more than just foreclosure stuff up in here. Thank you guys for the privilege of sharing your time. I will see you in the next video.